and welcome to The Music Scene. I'm your host, Stephanie DeGraw, and tonight we've got a special group here, Smile Empty Soul. Hey guys, thanks for being with us here tonight in Salt Lake City.
Hey, thanks for having us.
All right. I'll just pass the mic around, and why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
I'm Jacob, and I play the drums.
I'm Ryan, I play bass.
I'm Sean, I sing and play guitar.
Right on. And I'm sorry, Sean, but we're going to put you on the spot. I guess you came in and you were on crutches. That shows a lot of dedication. Do you care to tell us what happened?
I was actually longboarding in Kansas City. I was bombing a hill, and a car pulled out in front of me, and they stopped. So I was either going to hit them or I was going to jump off the board. So I jumped off, and I was just going so fast that when I put my left leg down, it just like twisted it, and I broke it 4 times and ripped my ACL off and tore my MCL.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea that it was that serious, and you've been such a trooper. He's out here on the road even though his legs all tore up. But I know tonight you guys are excited to be in Salt Lake and put on a good show. And you guys actually have known each other for quite a while, I understand. You were in California, is that right, in some area high schools. How did you guys meet each other?
I've known, I guess, Jacob since like junior high, and I met Sean through, I guess, playing in the kind of band scene in the Santa Clarita Valley where we're from, and yeah, more or less it's kind of
ran into each other and it gelled, and maybe you could describe the album for us and kind of what your music style is.
The album is a hard rock album, and I mean, I'd say we're pretty much straightforward, just rock music. You know, it's kind of hard to push us into an exact scene or genre.
Right. It does appeal to a lot of people, but in the rock vein. And why don't you tell us a little bit about this album and how many albums have you had, and what is this one called, and is it any different than the previous albums?
our new record's called Consciousness, and I guess it would be our 4th record, and I think it's definitely different than our previous releases. It definitely shows more of a kind of mature side, and we've all done a lot of growing up and maturing over the years, and definitely think it's reflected on that record.
Excellent. And I understand too, to go along with the record, you've got a new music video. People can catch it on YouTube. I went and saw it. It was a really nice video and kind of interesting because you guys were like in a swimming pool or something, right?
Yeah. It's the video for Don't Ever Leave on.
He forgot where he was in the video, but trust me.
Right now, really, but yeah, it's for the videos for Don't Ever Leave, which is the first single off of Consciousness, and yeah, the video I guess was kind of loosely based on actual events about this. This guy had written this article in the LA Times about this couple that were kind of, I guess, hobos, traveling the rails like across the country and on freight trains, and their kind of problems with drugs and kind of volatile relationship. And
where was it shot?
It was in Victorville, California.
The Apple Valley area. I've actually been up in that area, so it really fits that style of desolation, I think, and a lot of messages come through on the video, and of course you guys sound great, so that doesn't hurt and everything. Well, first I should ask you, is this your first video or have you done some others?
Well, we actually had made 4 other videos on our first record, and then we made a few videos on our own as well. So I mean, there's like a good 7 videos that we had out previously to that.
Is there anything that you like about producing these videos? Anything you don't like about producing videos?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of making videos. It's not the best time, but in the end, it is cool to see it come together and be a part of the editing process a little bit, and it is what it is. You got to do it.
Kind of expected of you. And what is the label that you're with right now?
I guess FOF Records, EMI Records. We have our own little imprint called Brafia Records, which is our own label. And yeah.
That is really cool. You've been touring all over the place, and maybe you could tell us some of the favorite places that you've played and why, if you have any favorites.
I don't know. It seems like for us, like a lot of our really good shows are kind of like in the center of the country, you know, like Ohio, and you get into Michigan, and I mean, we get a lot of love, I guess, in that area.
A lot of fans out in the middle of the country, and I know that you guys started young, and maybe you could talk about how you guys got your first break, and maybe some advice to people that are wanting to be successful in the music industry.
What do you say? I don't know. I guess if you are real persistent and practice hard and always put your stuff out there and really get out there and play, there's a lot of odds out there, you know.
Yeah,
where you live
it seems that the people who are the most successful in the kind of music business, I guess, are, you know, there's exceptions to every rule, but it seems like it's the people who really put their heart into what they do, and, you know, people can sense like what's real and what's not, and that's the kind of stuff that really sticks around, that, you know, like the Rolling Stones are always gonna, you know, they have huge amounts of fans everywhere, you know, and it's because they've done their thing since the beginning of their careers, you know, and it's just the way it is.
And they've stayed true to that beginning too, I noticed. So you can feel that sincerity. And do you have any thoughts on that as well?
Just dedication. I mean, you have to put, if you want to do this, you have to put it first above all else.
That's really good advice. I know you guys make a lot of sacrifices, right?
Oh yeah, you sacrifice everything else. So it's either you do this or you do something else. You know, you can't spread yourself amongst a bunch of different things and be successful at this at all.
So what's coming up for you on the horizon?
I guess this next year we're going to be on tour through I guess February with the same package, and then do another music video for our next single, and yeah.
February 9th for their new single. All right.
Yeah, it's called Alone with Nothing, and we'll have to get a video together in between, you know, touring, and hopefully just try and stay out there and just keep playing shows for the rest of the year.
Well, we've been talking with Smile Empty Soul, and I wonder if there's anything else you'd like to say to your fans, and anything else you'd like to add.
I'd just like to say thank you guys for supporting us.
All right. Thank you for having the interview with us here on The Music Scene. We've been talking to Smile Empty Soul. I'm Stephanie DeGraw.